Hi, everyone. How are you guys today? It's me and Rachel today, and you can see we have a couple dumbbells. So we are doing upper body strengthening today. So I'll give you a second that you can grab like a couple soup cans, water bottles. If you have light hand weights, you can grab those. But we'll give you a second, and then we'll start the class. So I'll do our intros. If you're new to us, my name is Corey. I'm a physical therapist with UCSD. And then I have Rachel behind me. She's an occupational therapist with UCSD. And then behind the scenes today, we also have a student, Alexa. So she's watching and learning from afar. But like I said, upper body strengthening. So grab some light weights if you have them. If not, you can do it just with your body weight, but it'll be a little bit harder if we have the weight to add. So I'll be doing the exercises in standing, and Rachel's going to do them in sitting. We're going to start with our warm up. So I'm going to get my timer ready for us. We're going to do minute intervals with 15 seconds off for our warm up, and then I'll lead you through them. We're going to start pretty easy. And again, sitting or standing, we're going to start with just arm circles. So I want you to bring those arms out, and you're going to start with, let's start with small circles. We're going to do 30 seconds forward, and then we're going to flip and do 30 seconds backwards, okay? For our warm-up today, like I said, 1 minute intervals, 15 seconds off, and then we're going to repeat it twice. Try to keep those arms nice and level. Out of the way. All right, and then go backwards. Try to keep them the same size. If you feel like one is moving a little bit less than the other, see if you can get them to be the same.
Going on. You tired?
And those shoulders nice and warmed up. We got 5 seconds to go. Okay, take a little rest. And then next we're going to do is neck rolls. So I just want you kind of rolling your neck back and forth. We'll do in like a semicircle. So just kind of keeping your chin tucked to your chest. Nice and gentle. And you shouldn't be going fast enough that this makes you super dizzy. Just nice and easy. If you hear some clicking, popping, totally fine and normal. That just means we're lubricating those joints. Nothing to be super concerned about unless you're having pain associated with it as well. Almost done. Okay, take a rest break. Next, we're going to move into shoulder rolls. So you're trying to bring them up and forward all the way around, trying to get through that full range of motion, okay, as you're bringing them around. Okay, here we go. So we'll roll them forward first. Try to have good control. Bring them up and around. Maintain good posture while you're working on these. Again, same thing. You might hear clicking, popping. That's okay. Let's go backwards. We want to get all those joints nice and lubricated.
Just a shoulder. More. Just a shoulder, no hands. Just a shoulder. Okay? Up, shoulder, and back. And down. Up, shoulder.
All right, you can take a rest. The next one we're gonna do is shoulder shrugs. So you're gonna try to pull them up and then push them down. And when you push them down, I want you to think about trying to push your shoulder blades down so you can engage these muscles here. So pull up and then push down. You should feel those muscles engage kind of on the side of your back. Halfway through, keep shrugging. You get tired, you can try doing one up and one down. That way you'll give one a little break. Works on your coordination. Okay, take a break. Next, we're gonna work on just doing a twist of our torso. So if you're standing, you can kind of rotate, you can grab your hip if you would like, or you can just kind of rotate your body. Same thing, anchor with the chair there, and then we're gonna come back to the middle, good upright posture, and rotate the other way. Again, nice and slow. Trying to warm up that spine. Halfway through. And you can see I'm also letting my hips come with me. I'm not super rigid at the bottom. Okay, take a break. Next, we're gonna do some marching. While you're marching, I want you to work on letting your arms kind of swing. If you have the space, you can walk forward and backward. If you don't have the space, just stay in place. If it's challenging for your balance, you can have your chair nearby and then kind of alternate between your hand hold on that surface. If it's too hard to coordinate, even still, you can work on just the marches or just the arm swings. Halfway through. All right, take a break. And then the last one we're gonna do for our warm up is we're gonna work on taking nice deep breaths. And as you're taking those deep breaths in, you're gonna bring your arms up overhead, and then you're gonna exhale as you come down, okay? A big deep breath in, reach up as high as you can, and then slowly exhale, let those arms come down. Again, think about your posture here. You have good upright posture. That's going to allow you to inhale more deeply than you normally can. So keep up. Good inhale. Slow exhale on the way down. Couple more. Last one. Good. All right, I'll let you catch your breath a second, even though we just worked on breathing. Sometimes a deep breathing can make you a little dizzy. So let your breathing come back to normal. Think about how you felt with that first round, and then we're gonna start up again, okay? Give you about 15 more seconds, and then we're gonna repeat that same series again. So we'll start with the arm circles. We're gonna go big amplitude arm circles this time though. Okay, here we go. So big forward arm circles. Again, try to get both of them going the same size. So if one's a little shorter or smaller, try to make it bigger. Okay, now we're gonna go backwards. Big arm swing. All right, take a rest break, and then we're gonna move into our neck rolls. So again, you're taking the time to work on that neck range of motion, kind of coming down and up. Okay, here we go. Try to tuck it to your chest, swing it, not swing it, but controlled motion up and around. You should feel some good stretch, especially as you're coming up. If you don't have any issues with like dizziness or vestibular things, you can do a full circle all the way up and across. And then just reverse it the other way. You're doing those full circles. Trying to loosen those neck muscles up.
Three, two,
okay.
One.
Take a rest break, and then we're going to move into our shoulder rolls again. So again, we'll start forward, rolling forward for 30 seconds, and then we'll roll backwards for 30 seconds.
Three,
okay,
two,
here we go. So forward rolls. Make sure you're hitting all of those points like on a clock. So if you feel like you're still going straight up and down, we're trying to go more in that circular pattern. So you got to pull forward and pull all the way around. And then now we're going to go backwards. So pulling backwards and all the way around, trying to hit all those points.
Three, two,
All right.
One.
Take a rest break, and then we're going to move into our shoulder shrugs. So again, this is where you are pulling straight up and really pushing down so you can engage your lats as you're doing that and working on posture. Okay, so pulling up, pushing down, and kind of pulling back at the same time. Really trying to engage all of those muscles. Keep your head up. If you find that you're leaning forward or your head's coming forward, really try to get your posture back up.
Halfway there.
Halfway through, if you want to switch and try to do the alternating lift and press. Okay,
two,
take a rest break. We're gonna go into our twists at our torso or your upper body. So we're just kind of coming down and around. And again, let your hips kind of come with you. You don't wanna be super fixed to the floor. Okay. A nice gentle twist, both directions. Halfway through.
three, two,
Okay.
1.
Take a rest break, and then we're gonna move into our marching, trying to swing those arms at the same time. All right, here we go. March and swing.
Halfway there.
Halfway through.
Three, two,
All right.
rest.
Take a rest break, and then we're gonna finish with our breathing and overhead reaches, okay? So deep breath in, reach up to the sky, and down, good. And really focus on that control, opening up that chest.
Halfway there.
Few more.
Three,
Okay, good. Take a rest break.
work.
And then if you need water, seated rest break, anything like that, go ahead and take it. We're gonna move into our strengthening portion. Move this out of the way, I think. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna start with is a push-up. So there's obviously a lot of different ways you can do a push-up. Rachel's gonna show you a couple variations in the chair. I'm gonna go off of the wall, but if you're next to a wall, table, or your chair, kind of pick, or if you're able to and you wanna get onto the floor and do a traditional push-up, you are more than welcome to do that as well. All right, Rachel, you wanna?
So either press up if you have a chair with armrests, you can press up like that, or if you don't have armrests, you can push up against your legs, kind of triceps a little bit.
Perfect. And I think you can still see me. I don't know. Okay. No, it's okay. I can do it from the chair. The chair is going to be a little harder, just like the floor would be. Arms down, your feet back, as far back or the further back your feet are, the harder it's going to be. So keep that in mind if you want to have your feet a little bit closer. And that way, as you're doing the push-up, you won't have as much weight going through your hands. Okay. We're gonna try to do 10 to 12 repetitions. Turn it this way. So wherever you are, let's get your 12 in, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so take inventory of how hard that was for you. If it was really, really hard, then you might want to try some of the modifications. If it was really easy, then you want to make some of the modifications to make it harder. Okay, so next we're gonna grab our hand weights and we're gonna do an overhead press. So I want your arms out here and you're pressing up over your head. Nice, slow, and controlled. Okay, we're gonna do 10 of those. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Make sure those arms, 4, are even. 5, don't let one slack and not get all the way up there. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Take a breather. We're going to stay holding on to our weights if you have them. Let me catch my breath. If you need water, go ahead and take it as we go along as well. And next, we're going to try to do a front arm raise. So you're going to bring them up in front of you and then down. You're only lifting to about 90 degrees, so shoulder height. If it's too hard for you to do this with the weight, then go ahead and ditch the weight. If it's too hard or you feel like you might be able to do it one at a time, kind of alternating, you can do that as well. All right, so a few modifications for you to choose from. Let's do them together and then we'll count, okay? 1, 2, again, keeping that head nice and neutral. 3, engage your core. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right, we're now going to move into some wrist strengthening. So if you're sitting or standing, have your elbows kind of tucked into your sides. You don't want it way out here. Well, you could do it that way. You'll just get more of an arm workout. Okay, we're going to start first with wrist curls. So we're pulling up against gravity. Our palms are to the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. All right, now we're going to do the opposite. So I want you to work your wrist extensor. So you're actually going to flip your hands over so your palms are facing the ground and you're still going to be kind of pulling up. It's just going to work on the opposite muscles, okay? We're going to do 10 of those as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. We're going to set our weights down for now. Yeah, okay. And then the next one you're going to do is you're going to put your hands together kind of in that prayer position, but I want you to squeeze. So as you're squeezing, you're trying to engage your chest muscles. You might feel them a little bit better because we did push-ups earlier, which does use those. So we're going to squeeze and we're going to hold it for a count of 10. Okay? So squeeze in, engage those muscles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax, kind of shake it out. Again, hopefully you feel your chest muscles engaging. If not, think about it. We're going to do it one more time. So press those hands together. Really press into the hands. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay. Next, we're going to do are some wall angels. So again, if you have a wall handy, that's a curtain, so I can't show you on that wall, but you're just going to make a big snow angel, kind of what we just practiced. But if you're against a wall or you have a back that isn't impeded by the armrest, you can really work on trying to get those shoulder blades kind of back, head, posture, everything flat against the wall as you're working on your snow angels, okay? So go up and trying to keep those arms pressed back, head or chin tucked, I should say. 2, good for your posture. 3, 4, 5, 6, arms back, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Shake it out. Give your arms a little bit of a break. And then we're going to grab our weights again for our next one. Okay, so if you're standing, I want you to kind of pitch forward a little bit. Keep your core engaged. Have your knees bent, but you're just coming a little bit down so you can have gravity to help with the resistance. So you're coming down here. If you're in the chair like Rachel, she's just going to lean forward a little bit. So you want to put yourself in a position where you're having to pull up against gravity and you're squeezing those shoulder blades together as you pull up. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Take a little rest break, get some water if you need, and then we're going to repeat those strengthening exercises one more time. So we'll start with the chair push-ups. I'll give you guys about 15 seconds or so. And again, if that felt easy, then either you can increase your repetitions that you did. If you have higher weights, you could add higher weights to it, or even just moving a little bit slower can also help engage your muscles a little bit more, make it more challenging. All right, so back to our push-ups. So again, I'm back to the chair. Adjust those feet according to how difficult or how easy you want it to be. And we're going to do 10 of them, okay? Back here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Okay, we're going to grab our weights again, and we're going to go back to the overhead press. We had our arms out to our sides, and we're pushing up towards the ceiling over our head, okay? Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Catch your breath, take a rest. Okay, we're going to move into our front arm raises. So where you're lifting and bringing it out in front like so. Again, alternate one at a time if it's difficult for you to do it 2 at a time, or decrease your weight, okay? All right, here we go. 1, just to that 90 degrees. 2, 3, 4, good posture. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Take a little rest break, and then we're going to move into our wrist exercises. So again, keep those elbows bent, and we're going to start with the palms up. So palms up, and you're curling up towards you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. And we'll rest. And then we got to flip our hands and arms over. So again, elbows bent, palms down this time. And then you're curling up the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. We can set our weights aside. Okay, and then we're going to go into our chest squeeze. So again, palms together, really kind of pushing and trying to press forward to get your pecs engaged. We're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Here we go. So press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and rest. We're almost done. All right, one more 10-second hold. Press and engage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Rest. Okay, so the next one, we did it last time without any weight. So we were coming up, doing those wall angels. Now, if that felt easy and you want to add some weight, you can grab your weights. With this one, again, you're only going to 90 though if it's weighted. I don't want you going all the way up. So keep it here, and you can keep your thumbs up to the ceiling. If you have some pain with that, you can adjust it more to like this 45-degree angle instead of straight out to the side. Okay, let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. That one might be a little challenging for some people. So take a little rest break, give your shoulders a break. And our last one are those rows that we did. So again, you're turning sideways. Well, I'm turning sideways. You're pitching forward a little bit to get gravity in the mix. Bend your knees, neutral neck, and pulling up and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. That concludes our strengthening portions. We can get our weights out of the way. Scoot this out of here. All right, and we're gonna finish up with some stretching. So let's go ahead. You're just going to come down forward and try to do a little bit of a forward fold. So feet hip width apart, give yourself some space for your balance, and you're gonna try to fold all the way forward. See if you can come down and maybe touch your toes. If you can't touch your toes, then maybe touch your knees or your shins. And then I want you to slowly work your way back up. And we're gonna do, let's say 5 of these. That was 1. So coming down, nice controlled, seeing how far you can get. And then nice control coming back up. 2. Thinking about kind of opening up your spine. 3. 4. Last one. And 5. Very good. Okay. Next, we're going to stretch our neck. So instead of rotating it, I want you to tip. So we're going to try to push this shoulder down, and we're going to hold that. You should feel a pretty good stretch down the side of your neck. Holding it for 30 seconds. Okay, and then bring it back up. And then we're gonna go the other way. Same thing, try to push that opposite shoulder down as you're pulling your neck to the opposite side. Keep holding. Okay, and then you can come back up to the middle. Next thing I want to do is we're going to do a chest opener. So you can grab behind your back and you're going to try to pull away from your back, okay? If that's hard for you to do, then grab like a towel, or if you have like a blanket or anything nearby, that works too. Or you could come forward, arms out, and kind of pushing out. So Rachel will hang out there. I'll hang out here. We're going to keep pulling. We're going to count and talk. Okay, and let's rest a second, kind of shake it out. You could also, if you have a wall nearby or a corner, you can kind of open up your chest like this into the corner with the wall. All right, let's do one more set of 30 seconds. So pulling back and kind of reaching behind you, opening up that chest. Okay, very good. Okay, next we're gonna stretch your wrist because your wrist did some work today. So you're gonna hold it out and kind of pull up. Yep, You can kind of hold on to the fingers, getting some overpressure there. Okay, and then let's switch sides. The opposite one. Okay. Take a rest break. And then lastly, we're just going to stretch our shoulders out. We did a lot of posture work. So again, holding it either above or below your elbow. Okay, and then we'll switch sides. Okay, nice job, everyone. And that is all we had planned for you guys today. So hopefully that was a good class. All your postural muscles should be woken up now. Everything should be good to go. All right, have a good couple of weeks. Thank you guys for joining us.